At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going over the top. Pulls it in on the right. Oh, look out! They move the chains. They'll move. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Shakes off the defender. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Powers forward. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Delivers the contact. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. The LSU Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Willihan. He slings it deep to the left. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, LSU! And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
That ties the game.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. He'll keep it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Tigers! Reeled it in and just made the house call. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 14, Minnesota 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know.
Lost one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the tailback. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Handoff from the gun. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Number 0.
There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen. And
no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the... Wow, that fumble. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into their own hands. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score.
14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like
Oh, the ball's out! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Murray. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down for the tackle.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Fires to the big fella. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. LSU right back to the line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be. And now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw, it's Murray. He finds his man, and he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Offense in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Now the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
It's caught. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. That completion delivers a 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in on the left. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown LSU! And the pummeling has started.
Number 10.
Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the offense. The give from the gun. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? Looking to throw for it. Trying to get to him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return, it's Dalton. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else. Nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Looking to throw, it's Willihan. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
LSU quick to the line.
Brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Got his man quickly. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Murray. He wants it all. And it's caught! Touchdown, Golden Gophers! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
49.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going up top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
LSU 56, Minnesota 21.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it down the middle. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Looking downfield, it's Murray. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there. For the first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Fires it incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to the air one more time. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 40. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown LSU! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make... LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it at the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. LSU right back to the line.
First down for the offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision. And the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
At the 31.
On second down for this offense. To throw, it's Murray. uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. This time on target. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They've got the screen set up. And that's a live ball. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's... It is that ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Past the 40. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Murray. Coming after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Dalton. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's second down. Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first. Steps out of bounds. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the punishment has been extended. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party clip. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. A first down for the offense.
First and 10.
He'll pull it on the read. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Willihan. Unloads to the wideout. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with